Hi, happy October 15th. It's the middle of October. It's the middle of the month of October and it's, everybody calls October spooky season. Totally agree with that. So you're like, what is going on? This is your second video this month. That's right. If you paid attention, you'll know this is the second. I don't typically do two, but I'm trying something new. I figure, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna increase my videos every month. And I'm wearing a spooky shirt, pumpkin and a kitty, a black cat, and a stalk of wheat under a full moon. Seems very appropriate for this video where we're going to talk about spooky books, where we're at with my reading so far this month and everything like that. If I look a little different, that's because I don't typically post this because I have not had a stand to be able to do this properly until now. And I just got a new light, so if the light looks really bright or anything, let me know. So, where are we at? If you remember my October reading list, check out my October TBR video if you don't remember everything that's on this. But, it's this. Yeah. So, we had at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books on these. And what have I gotten through? The House Across the Lake. Haven't gotten there yet. Nope. The Guest List. Nope. The Ex-Hex? No. The Last Word? Yes, I did get through that one in Audible, and I thought it was very good. Just in case you don't know or you need a refresh or you've never heard of this book, here's what it's about. It's basically this person leaves a bad review on this one author's book post, and what's really awkward about the entire situation is the author starts stalking her, and it's like, so it's a horror, it's like a scary, spooky October book, perfect for October. So she starts thinking she's seeing things, but she's not really sure. And then eventually, as the book goes on, you find out, yes, she was definitely seeing something, and it was something to be afraid of, because now this person's got her, and there's a sword that comes into play at one point in this book. Yeah. Check it out. I'm not going to tell you, but it has a plot twist. The book is rather long. It really took me quite a few hours to get through. It's very, very long. But it is very good. I'm giving it a 4 stars. That is the best I can give it right now, because I have one other book to talk about that I've finished so far this month. And that is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Oh my gosh, this book was so perfect. It was cute. There was a light romance. I think there was just one tiny spice scene in it. But it didn't overshadow the book like some romance novels try to do. It's not really a romance novel. It's basically this lady who's a witch gets invited to stay at this house with these 3 children who are also witches. So, she's trying to teach them how to be witches without anybody finding out that they're all there, and the book is set in England, so there is some spelling things in it where it's like for instance, favorite, they'll spell it F-A, like with a U, like the favorite, because it's English or whatever. So, that's happens there, but overall, it is absolutely amazing. 5 stars. Completely loved the book all the way through. It wasn't overly dragged out. It was very quick. The chapters were rather short. So that is very, very good. And then, right now, I'm in the middle of the book Awkward in October, which so far I'm about halfway through that, and of course there's a scene, and it's a romance book, so it's very traditional romance book. Like, there's a spicy scene in there at the 50% mark. I pretty much skipped over because I was like, this is irrelevant. This does not need to be in here, yada, yada, yada. I kind of understand the entire point. But, we're 50% through it. Right now, I'm giving it a 3 stars. I'm not one who really enjoys spice scenes in the books. Unless the characters are married, I just don't enjoy that. Like, if you're gonna do that, make your characters married. Like, I don't understand why that's so difficult. So that is what I've read, and I've still got a ton of books to get through. And so I haven't read any of my physical books, and I've decided to change some up. So let's start with the first book of a series, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I still want to read this. It is, let me just see how many pages. 387 pages. It doesn't seem too bad. Excited to get to it. It's murder. It's October. Seems perfect. It says, pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend, Sao Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about. And 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project, at first just to cast doubt on the original investigation. But soon, she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might prove Sao innocent, and the line between past and present begins to blur. Someone in Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. Oh my gosh, does that not sound just absolutely perfect for October? Like a mystery, there was a murder, she's gonna try to solve who really did it. Did the guy who was accused actually do it? It doesn't look like it anymore. It sounds perfect. Am I right? I think it sounds perfect. So that's the first book. Then, this, of course, I have to continue with that. And this is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. Oh, wow. Sorry. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Sorry, I can't even read the title, apparently. Good Girl, Bad Blood. The sequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Don't you just wish that all authors would put the sequel, or put like a 1 or a 2 on the spine or something? Because sometimes you get a series and if you don't remember which book comes second, you might be like, you'll have to look it up online, and then it's like, can all authors just do that? That would be really nice. Like, you know, we love reading. They love the fact that we love reading. Please. This one, Some Secrets Are Too Deadly to Tell. Pip is not a detective anymore. With the help of Ravi Singh, she releases a true crime podcast about the murder case they solved together last year. Though the podcast went viral, Pip insists that her sleuthing days are behind her. But when someone she knows goes missing and the police won't do anything, okay, sounds like a terrible police department. I don't understand what it is with, if somebody goes missing, shouldn't the police do something? I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they should. But here, the police won't do anything. Pip has no choice but to investigate. After all, Jamie Reynolds disappeared on the very same night the town hosted a memorial for the 6-year anniversary of the deaths of Andy Bell and Sao Singh. It has to be more than coincidence. Pip follows a trail of clues, uncovering more of her town's dark secrets along the way, and this time, everyone is listening. Will she find Jamie before it's too late? Yo, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I need to get into these books. And finally, the final book, the actual third book, is As Good as Dead. I actually said that one correctly. Oh my gosh. You'll never think of good girls the same way again. Pip is still haunted by the way her last... hiccups. You know, it's a perfectly normal, natural human reaction. Don't post rude things in the comments. It's a real video, okay? Real vlog, real life, real time. Here we go. Pip is still haunted by the way her last investigation ended. She's used to online death threats in the wake of her viral true crime podcast, but soon the threats escalate and Pip realizes that someone is following her in real life. When Pip discovers a connection between her new stalker and a local serial killer, she finds herself in the center of another case. Will her good girl ways die with her, or as the deadly games play out, will Pip risk losing everyone she loves, including herself? Y'all, I really want to read this, okay? Perfect October read. This is a bit thicker than the other books, it definitely seems, which is fine because it is the sequel. Let's see, 458 pages. And then I do have two other books to talk about. We have Small Town Big Magic. I love this cover. It is so cute. I've not heard anybody talk about this. I think I heard maybe one person talking about this book really, but Emerson Wild has built the life of her dreams. Youngest Chamber of Commerce president in St. Cyprian history, successful indie bookstore owner, and lucky enough to have her best friends as found family. Done. But when Emerson is attacked by creatures that shouldn't be real and kills them with what can only be called magic, Emerson finds that the past that the past decade of her life has been a lie. St. Cyprian isn't your average Midwestern river town. It's a haven for witches. When Emerson failed a power test years ago, she was stripped of her magical memories. Turns out Emerson's friends are all witches, and so is she. That's not all, though. Evil is lurking in the charming streets of St. Cyprian. Sorry, I'm gonna have an issue with that word because I'm not used to seeing it. Emerson will need to learn to control what's inside her, remember her magic, and deal with old complicated feelings of her childhood friend. Cranky yet gorgeous local farmer Jacob North to defeat an enemy that hides in the river and shadows of everything she loves. Even before she had magic, Emerson would have done anything for St. Cyprian. But now she'll have to risk not just her livelihood, but her life. Okay. Seems fun October read. And my final book is Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. I've heard this one is very kind of spooky, kind of thriller, like, sorry. Things have been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. Every anniversary, the couple exchange traditional gifts, and Adam's wife writes him a letter she never lets him read. Until now, self-confessed workaholic Adam Wright has face blindness. He can't even recognize his own wife, and Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia went a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. This weekend may make or break their marriage, but they didn't randomly win this trip. One of them is lying, and somebody doesn't want them to live happily ever after. Okay, that sounds amazing too. All of those 5 books. Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Good Girl, Bad Blood, As Good as Dead. Small Town Big Magic, and Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. These are just perfect reads for October, am I right? I think so. Anyway, that's just my half-month check-in. I will upload the what I think of all the books at the end of the month. I still have to get through those 5, plus a few more on my Kindle, plus a good amount on my Audible. So I've got a busy next, 14 days left of the month, I think. Yeah, I have a busy 14 days left. So let's hope I can get through at least a third of them, because that's a whole another 5 books. It's gonna be interesting. Bye.